97.1 ticket texts are coming in. Beat your ass in a limbo contest. Not swag. That's from Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
David makes unbelievable believable. That's why he's a man of God. At least Jeff's voice isn't as annoying as his. That's from Brent. Hashtag hail. Hatchet also said Michigan would lose to Rutgers. His hot takes are hot garbage. That's from Dan. Of course Rieger could beat Hatchet in a limbo contest. He's got no backbone. Hashtag flip-flop.
That's funny.
When your opinion changes every 2 days like Rieger, you've got no swagger. That's from Carl in A Square. Let's go to the people. I've made the statement. It's just, I don't think Lion fans know how to react, but this is the Lions' division to lose. After this weekend's games, and it's more than just this weekend, Minnesota has lost 4 in a row. They're in complete freefall. And there's tactical reasons why. It's not just like a team that doesn't get along or something. They lost both starting tackles. Then they signed a dude off a hammock, and now he's dead. They lost Adrian Peterson. They're toast. It's not Sam Bradford. It's not. They can't protect him. They can't run an offense.
It's also a defense being asked to do way too much because your offense is incapable and incompetent.
Right. You can't be on the field that much. And the Packers, now that's different. That is a team that isn't getting along. I think that's a team that's lost some belief in the coaching staff. I think that's a team that's starting to question their quarterback. Hashtag Rieger said it first. The point is,
thank you.
They're done. They've gone out back-to-back weeks and gotten blown out by non-playoff teams. Blown out. Don't give me what the final score is. Show me how far you're down. Don't give me garbage time. They were assassinated in Nashville. Game was over at the half. So I'm making a point to you that this is your division. You've got to win this. This is a better situation than 3 years ago when you went out and you lost a few games in a row. This is a better situation than when Cutler and Rodgers were hurt because this is an entire team collapse. It's not just not a quarterback there. I know QB is the most important position on the field, but when you look at the injuries, you're the healthiest team in the division. There's absolutely no drama here. You have your quarterback not only playing the best football in the division, he's played like one of the 6, 7 best QBs in the league. These other teams are in complete free fall.
And you're also forgetting one, what I think is a huge one, okay? It's essentially first 1 to 9 wins. I think 9 wins this division.
8 wins this division.
Okay, you go 8, you're going to get 3. You play the Jags, you play the Bears,
2.
You play the Packers, and you play the Vikings.
I'd say 4.
You go to the Giants, you go to the Cowboys, you go to the Saints. Those are all going to be difficult games.
I think you lose 2 of those 3.
And that's fine because if you do, you end up with 9 wins, potentially 10 wins.
You win the division.
You win the division, and you play a team like Washington or Philly in the first round.
The only way they screw this up is by losing a completely reprehensible, inexcusable football game. But understand, this is why this is better than a couple years ago. You don't even have to do a lot. These other 2 teams, I have asked you the people, and I'll ask you again. I'll throw a number out. 248-539-9797. How many more wins do you see Minnesota Green Bay getting? You could win this division possibly with 8 wins because you'll have the tiebreaker. Guys, if they don't win this division, pack everybody's stuff and get them out of town. This is unbelievable how this is broken down for this team.
You know what would make people feel real good, I think at least? Sunday rolls around and they kick the living crap out of the Jags. Because look at the wins. Look at the wins. The wins are all last-second, heroic. I can't believe they won games,
This should
right?
be a game they don't trail. This should be a game, and they haven't done it yet. There's only 2 teams in football that have trailed in every fourth quarter.
Yep.
The Browns and you.
And one's winless.
This should be a game where that stat goes out the window.
This should be a game where you win by 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
Without a doubt. And I think that would make people feel better because there's a lot listening right now saying, they're going to lose on Sunday. That's just what they do.
Let's go to Drew. He's out in Roseville. He's up next. Hi, Drew. Drew, check 1, 2.
Come on, Drew.
Sorry, Drew. We go to Justin, 97.1. What's up, Justin?
What's up, guys? Love the show.
Thanks, bud. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind is how big this game is this Sunday against Jacksonville, and I just don't think they're going to pull it off.
Oh, no.
They never do. And the biggest thing here is statistically Jacksonville has a better defense than Detroit does. They're playing better than Detroit defensively.
Okay.
And the fact is that we make Case Keenum look like an all-star. We make every quarterback we play look like an all-star. I plug in tight ends and fantasy every single week, and it's 3 points every single week. The problem is this team does not know how to put divisions away. They've never done it before.
All right, let me ask you this question.
Jacksonville,
Justin.
I think it's a downhill slide.
All right, Justin, here, do it this way. Leave the Lions out of this for a second. Let's say that they don't really catch fire. They don't really do a lot the rest of the way, and they finish the remaining 7 games 3-4. All right, 8-8. How many more games are the Minnesota Vikings going to win?
I don't know if the Vikings are going to win another game.
All right, so hold on. All right, so they're out. How about the Green Bay Packers? How many more games are they going to win?
I see him taking at least one out of these next 2 road games that they're on. I see him beating the Vikings. I see him beating the Houston Texans. That's 4 games, and then they're going to beat us heads up in Ford Field.
Hey, Justin.
Lions are out.
I think, and I understand what's going on, it's like a mental block. You refuse to believe 2 things. You refuse to believe the Lions can get this division because of the past, and you also refuse to believe the Packers stink because of the past. Well, here's 2 facts. One, they can take this division. Maybe that's not a fact. The second is the Packers stink. There's disarray all over that team. They've lost 4 of 5. They're getting their ass kicked. What's that?
The tiebreaker is the head coach. Mike McCarthy knows how. What is he? In the last 4 years, he's lost 1 game in December.
You mean the guy that might get fired after this year?
Justin, the guy might lose his job. Second of all, I don't think those players believe in what's going on out there. I don't think those players are going out feeling great about what they're asked to execute. Everybody's at each other's throat. The quarterback's not playing the same way. The receivers can't get open. And now they've gone out and lost their best O-lineman in TJ Lang. Look, pull up their schedule and find me 4 W's. 4.
I can't.
This doesn't have a lot to do with the Lions. It's got to do with the fact that this division has turned into cold oatmeal.
Michael, let me help you out.
Do it next.
I'll invoice you later. We'll do it next.
Do it next.
Okay.